towards that Hoopa ban. Now, what does Kumu want to ban away? If you ban away the Lapras, just kind of out of fear, it looks like that is what they're going to grab. You are giving Entity 7 maybe one of their better damaging Pokemon. Maybe Hitman goes back onto the Inteleon.
Sure.
The problem is then Kumu gets Umbreon on the other side, and just such a powerful Pokemon. So when you're banning away a non-defender in that phase, it is a bit of a risk. However, Doctor's orders, take that Hoopa ban, please.
Yeah, of course. I like both of these bans for both teams. It really sets us up for success either way. Wow. Both teams understand where they're at. And Entity 7, fearing the Leafeon so much, they didn't ban it, but that's because they were going to take it first, which opens up, like you said, double defender. Great opportunities here for Kumu.
Yeah, and of course, Entity 7 this year, their regional roster is a little bit different than the roster they're bringing to that World Championship stage. Sherlock, their normal top path player, not able to make it.
Sure.
But that is going to give them a bit more flexibility now. Teams might not know as much about current Entity 7 structure. Umbreon, Alolan, Ninetales locked in, and that is a powerful bottom path, though. This A9 has been unbelievable today.
Across every team, across all these different pro players' hands, A9 has stood tall and looked solid and has never been really a call to question as to why it's being picked so high. And honestly, just throughout the day today, we've seen it rise in draft priority across these games.
Wow, an Espeon selection over top of an available Inteleon.
Yep.
A really interesting choice from Entity 7 here. Hitman obviously just thinking that they have a decent answer towards this bottom path, which again, I said is so powerful. Maybe one of the best you have available in game right now. Zoroark grabbed by Kumu. I don't believe we've seen this team play this Pokemon quite yet, so it'll be very interesting to see who grabs it, and you know, if they can put on a show as good as Reggie on Entity 7, can be a bit of a mismatch there. However, Reggie gets their other pocket pick, it's going to be the Dodrio.
It's going to be the Dodrio, and that's, again, right into the face of a pre-picked Clefable. So that's an easy swap into Gravity, and you try to engage, and that way your Zoroark can operate through that Gravity sphere, and of course the Dodrio cannot. So that's a decent look, and we're going to get it. Is Lance going to get the Azumarill? Is that what we're going to do?
Feels wrong to deny it at this point. I mean,
last moment switch, Lance said, oh, Snacks is talking again. Got to do something completely different. Blastoise locked in. We're in the preparation phase here. One more opportunity, Zoinks. What does Entity 7 need to win this game?
A team fight. It's going to come down to some big final team fight. At the side of Kumu, look at their Unite moves, right? You have Zoroark Unite move, one of the biggest damaging moves we have. Blastoise Unite to knock him up all sky high, and Umbreon to try to shut down the shields on the enemy side. I mean, it's going to be tough in a final, everybody having Unite move scenario.
Well, you heard it here first from the Giga Brains on the analyst desk. If you want to win at Pokemon Unite, your team of Pokemon need to have some unity. Crazy, crazy thoughts out here, but ultimately, you and I need to kick rocks. We're in Game 3, and we're passing it back over to Kello and Chef to bring us through this one. Take it away.
All right, thank you, Zoinks and Doobsnacks, for breaking that down. Here we go, Game 3 of Kumu versus Entity 7, Chef.
I know, the stakes are so high. And look at this, everybody out in the crowd. Shout outs once again to everybody out there. This has been a full crowd for Unite entire day through, and let me say, we've been up pretty early playing Unite, so I'm excited to see, of course, which of these teams will potentially make it out. I mean, if either of these teams loses, it's going to be a really tough road for them. And if Kuma's the one that loses, they are for sure out. So here we go, Game 3 of the set. Entity needs to win this to be able to play a decider match. Kuma needs to stay in the tournament with this win.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. We can see that the Dodrio making sure to get the Xatus, Gossifleur to just help them on out. But this time around, it doesn't look like they're sending that supporter into that mid path there to help out their Zorua.
Yeah, because last time the Zorua took it anyway. So they're like, no, never again. No, actually, I think that was Entity 7 actually, but that was pretty funny. So yeah, just going solo, I like that. I mean, also though, giving the buffs to the Zoroark in the previous game did seem to work. So it looks like we're going to see the option potentially coming out from the side of Kumu this time, saying, hey, it's going to work for us, and this is a spot you might not be able to escape. This Clefairy a little bit deep in enemy territory, let's just say, trying to see if they can sneak anything, but the only thing they can sneak is a KO for themselves.
Now this is why you want to give the red buff to the Gossifleur, the ability to just slow them down. We do have the Eevee going down, and now we have a Wartortle that is coming online, but Dodrio tries to get the backside of that Zoroark, but it wasn't able to get the last hit.
That's actually huge. That was a lot of experience that the War Turtle was around for. The fact that it's already a War Turtle and it was not, I mean, before that little bit of a fight, that is very, very early on to get that sort of power spike, which means that most likely it'll be pretty early on to get its final power spike. We do see a pretty even team experience with 6-5-5-5-5 on the side of Kumu. That was kind of fun to say. So they're doing very, very well, especially with those initial first picks in that top path.
Oh, definitely. They are doing well. We still have a Phantom that hasn't evolved into that big tall tree, but it ends up getting main locked down, and Zoroark finishes that up. You do not want to be caught out by that main lock.
It is so much easier to chop down a tree when it's still just a tiny little baby tree, you know, and that's exactly what happened right there. It's a lot of safety, you know, when Lumberjacks, they cut down trees, they have to like tie the tree down. That's what the mean look was. And then the axe just happened to be a Zoroark, I think, in that situation. So far, this Zoroark is just everything. We are seeing massive, massive value out of it so far. It has got to have like 6 KOs already, maybe, and looking for 7, although this is getting pretty scary. It's going to be a little bit healing from the Moonlight, more than a little bit, and actually going to be able to get out, but wasn't able to continue that reign of terror.
No, they are not able to continue that reign of terror because look at how much HP it had, but thankfully the Moonlight was able to heal it on up, and they are diving on in, and look at this War Turtle just going into that pluck zone to finish off that Leafeon.
Oh, and Zoroark's staying a little bit too long. That's going to be a double from the Dodrio. A great way to fight back into this, saying, hold on, you are staying just a little bit too long in this aggressive position. It's my turn to take my turn. So we are about to spawn both of the Reggies. Oh, as we might actually get a pick on the Umbreon. Oh, that was an inch away from that Solar Blade connecting. That would have for sure been a KO. But at the minimum, there's a lot of space being built for this basement Reggie on the side of Entity 7. They're looking really strong to do it, but 3 members of Kumu are going to be collapsing from the top.
They are going to collapse, but you have both of the defenders at such low HP. It ends up getting caught out by that Blizzard and Avalanche, and Dodrio ends up getting the secure for Entity 7 despite that last effort push from Kumu.
That could have been very, very scary, and I do like the fact that Kumu saw that happened, decided to back up. They said, we don't want to deal with your shield, we don't want to deal with, you know, the fact that a few of them, I think, maybe had evolved at that point, or just gotten the evolved power spike to that point, but they are going to be pushing now, so this is a really big, look at how far this Blastoise is going, trying to get that damage, and that's going to be a lot of damage going to that Leafeon, finished off by the little Ninetales, but Hidden Zoroark, currently pretending to be an Espeon, is now going to try to take down the target. It was imitating, and that's going to be enough. That was essentially full team wipe within just a few waves. I think the only one not going down was the Trevenant City in the top path, but Kumu, they are looking incredible this set.
Oh, they are looking incredible indeed. We have a level 10 Zoroark, we have a level 10 Blastoise, but also we have the level 8 Umbreon as well that has its Unite moves. We are going to try and push this up here. Clefable trying to get in a last stack. It wasn't much of an overcap, but it does create that space for that Regieleki.
Oh, now the chance for a counter push here from Entity 7, but are they going to be able to take it fully as the Zoroark's going in? The Zoroark going down immediately, but look at how many they are trading in return. That's going to be the Unite to try and stop the 5-for-1, and it's still not going to be enough. That is gigantic. Kumu just pushing on this lead, trying to grow it further and further. Currently now with a 201-point lead. I can do that math. That one's pretty easy. And on top of that, a multiple level lead on the entirety of Entity 7.
I must say, that was a pretty good trade, a bargain. But we also have the Regieleki here, that enough space for them to lock it on down. But look at his X speed. Trevenant trying to get in the last hit with that Wood Hammer. But no, it ends up being the Zoroark that locks it down for Kumu.
Oh, the Shedinja Toll! We haven't seen that before, and actually avoiding the entire combo from the Zoroark. Unfortunately, there was a little bit more than that to back it up, but still a great reaction timing to use that, making you invincible. Newest item added Pokemon Unite, the Regieleki going in. That's going to be all the points. That's going to be even more picks potentially. However, hold on, this is a very healthy chance to turn things around. The Dodrio landing there, maybe a little bit late. They actually had to back up, so it wasn't able to get very much of its sprint gauge going. And this Moonlight, we're going to see so much healing out of this Clefable at the end of this game.
Oh, I bet. They are doing an incredible job to stick by their allies, making sure to provide those necessary heals. Otherwise, we do have Thorfinn on the A9 just poking out that Regirock, making sure to back on out as it spots 3 members of Entity 7 making their way down. And now they are going to try and secure it, but look at it. It ends up getting Leech and is going in for a reset.
That reset was so unfortunate. That's going to mean that's a great initiation from this Blastoise. Is RedRock still staying up? They're going to deal with this Leafeon once again, only saving it for a little bit of time. Who's going to get the last hit there? Great steal. Great steal. Even though it should have been theirs to begin with, that was an amazing steal from the Dodrio from ND7. However, they are just getting near full team wiped in exchange for 3 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. An attempt here from Trevenant to make sure that there's at least some experience left in their center area. Unfortunately, a little tile. They've got some time to farm, but not that much.
Look, we have the Zoroark that is saying right now, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. We do not want to give anything to Entity 7. We do not want to give that comeback experience left. They are looking so strong on Kumu. We have 2 level 30s.
And the thing too is, playing in the previous games, it seems was not the top player. It was a lot of time to flex over to the speedster and be the pop player. It just shows Kumu's level of flexibility. Oh, here's an initiation. The drawback did land, but it looks like the gravity is through from the Moonlight. But oh, getting launched and getting beat at one at the same time. This is a lot of damage. This is a well-fought team fight from Entity 7, but even still, they weren't able to get a single pick out of it.
Kumu are a well-oiled machine right now, making sure to have that discipline, knowing when to retreat, when to engage. We do have the Meanlocks locking on down. This Trevenant tries to get that Horn Leech out, but it ends up getting caught.
Ooh, yeah, unfortunately, just barely not. And once again, this healing is unbelievable. Nobody can get taken down from Kumu. I swear this is going to be like a 150k healing game. I'm really excited to see the stats after the fact, but final stretch, it's here, and it's the last chance for a lot of these teams to really put themselves in a good position to make it out of their pool. Right now, Kumu is in such a dominant lead. They're in the forward positioning as well. They're trying to make sure that if anybody gets caught out of position, it's going to be over. And oh no! If the Zoroark's the one to get caught out of position, that could be it. But an amazing escape, and the turnaround, that's going to be a really unfortunate Dodrio, and we're still going to see Sync get out of there. 2-player advantage here for Kumu, and it's just building.
Oh my gosh, look at the shields that Kumu have right now. They are so tanky, but we only have the Eldegoss that has retreated on back. We have Trevenant waiting on out. Kumu, they are really just dominating the field right now.
They are. They're playing very safe. They just are so good at not overextending. And right now, they know how much of a lead they have. They know they don't have to continue to push, and they're taking advantage of that. You can see their visibility is very good right now. They've got 1 on their top tier 1, 1 in their bottom tier 1, and multiple forward in the center area. Now, there has to be some action from Entity 7. This has to be their moment, or they are just not making it through here. And they're going to be the ones to initiate. Only 3 of their members, though, in close proximity. That's going to be Espeon going down. Unfortunately, the big Unite is going to only catch 2 members of Kumu from that Trevenant. Another going down the Leafeon. So much of their damage is disappearing, but the flip, and it was a Dodrio again!
No way, this Dodrio just getting the steals left, right, and center. But the thing is, are they going to be able to get these dunks in? They have 100 points coming in from Eldegoss, but they are still behind. We have Trevenant trying to get away from this Clefable, but it is right behind it.
Oh no, where are they going to push? Not many people were up. 8 seconds left. You got to get something in. Is there an opportunity getting those points? Is that even necessary? You got to get it in. You don't got to. Oh, the wall! The wall at the end! No way! What a way to push them off to build that space. But just to be safe here, let's see who is in the lead. And Kumu takes the set. Incredible play from